So everybody seems to be talking about Assassin's Creed recently, and I think it's mostly grifters on the right wing talking about the wokeness ideology behind the game and saying, "Oh, this game deserves to fail." I don't think Ubisoft, however you say it, I don't think that company deserves anything. I don't think they deserve greatness. I don't think they deserve grace of anything. I don't. I think there are dedicated Assassin's Creed fans that enjoy the game deeply, and they are playing the game by virtue of what it is. But also, I know 27 people in my server, I counted, that bought the game just to agitate the right wing and make it successful simply by virtue that the right wing people are complaining about it, and they want to support a game that represents Yasuke, the Black Samurai. Now, this is very important, and I mean this with my whole chest. I didn't enjoy the game, but that's my opinion. And my opinion genuinely doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of your opinion. You shouldn't listen to critics online about a game you have not played. You can watch gameplay and decide if you want to play it. Maybe you could have a friend buy it and use Parsec and refund it. There should be a trial version of all games, I think. I think before you buy a game, there should be a trial version of every game so you can test out if you actually want to buy the game. That would be so much better than relying on critic reviews, or at least explain everything that's in the end game of a game to know what you can do after the story mode, or if there's an online community behind and based on the game. That'd be important. Right now, Assassin's Creed Shadows is a top seller on Steam. It has sold over, I believe, 1 million copies, and there's 1 million concurrent players across all platforms. That's impressive. That's good. That's a good sale. That's great sales for a game. I'm really happy that it's doing good, considering the subject matter of what it is. But I'm also in the same vein not happy because of how the game feels to play. It feels like garbage. It really does. I don't enjoy the game. Does it feel like an Assassin's Creed game? No, it feels like an RPG game with assassin and samurai elements split right down the middle. That's what the game feels like, which is good for some people. If you enjoy the game, by all means, get the game. I desperately hate it because it has too many technical issues at its core level. I've seen people complain about the Battle Pass. Now, from what I understand about the Battle Pass, it's completely free, and you don't have to pay for it. The Battle Pass is simply there as an incentive to log into the game continually. That is what I understand about the Battle Pass. If I'm incorrect about that, somebody tell me that I'm incorrect about that, because that's from my understanding, from my own research, from what I understand. What I don't grasp is how people are mad that the game is successful. It's as if everybody wants to see the game fail, at least on the right-wing side. Everybody wants to see the game fail by virtue that it has a black samurai and a female protagonist. He said the word female, woman, whatever you want to say. Don't judge me. I'm just a black guy. Calm down. It was 17 videos ago, except from this one, someone commented that I used the word female and said you sound like an incel, and then they sent me a long paragraph telling me the history behind the indication of words, and then they said you can't use the word bitch, you can't use the word female, you can't use the word, I believe it was faggot. It was so many words. It was a whole bunch. It was a lot. And I said, I've sucked dick countless times. I've sucked a copious amount of peanut. I'm the Sherlock of cock. Well, I can say whatever I want to. This is my channel. Get off of it. I can say whatever I feel. I don't give a fuck. Die. And I didn't say that to them in the message, but just know I did respond to you. We talked in a VC. That's initially my response to you. Rhetoric, that's your name. The person's name is Rhetoric on Discord. You who we had that phone call with, it was 45 minutes because we talked to each other. I initially wanted to respond that to you, but I calmed down because I didn't want to be so mean and ridiculous. I really didn't. But just know, that's what I felt immediately as soon as you sent that message, because that's my first thought process. My first reaction upon most things, because the first anger is a secondary emotion, I immediately feel angry when I get a message insulting me for a singular word in a video. I don't know why. It just agitates the hell out of me. It really does. It gets to me deeply. Same way Assassin's Creed Shadows is probably getting to these people that play the game. The same way this game is getting under the skin and annihilating them, the same way as that. That's the anger I felt. The same anger and vitriol, that visceral reaction. But I'm pretty sure some people are playing the game, loving it. They're probably enjoying the romance options. People are complaining about the fact that, Yasuke can have a non-binary romance option. I want to point things out. There's no universe in which I willingly chose to do something about the non-binary thing, got mad that I willingly chose it. You should know by some point in the story that you're choosing a non-binary option. There are other options in romance in the game. They're just expanding and adding an extra option. But there were no non-binary people back in the Samurai day. There probably was. There probably was. You don't know that. I think Orochimaru is non-binary, but he's not real, but I'm pretty sure he's non-binary. I don't know. That's what it feels like. I said he's non-binary. They're non-binary. Orochimaru. I have no idea. I'm assuming Orochimaru. It could be he, they, too. Who knows? I don't know. There's a lot of things. A lot of policing of language going on in life. A lot of policing of this game going on online. People are so angry that the game is selling good. It's so beautiful. And people are saying, what are they going to do to keep people playing the game, huh? Well, it's a million concurrent players right now, but what are they going to do to keep the game going? It's a story game. If I play Ghost of Tsushima once, you don't got to keep me in the game. This is the issue with people. They think that just because a game has a million... I want to point this out. Game sells 1 million copies and nobody refunds. But I refunded, so they lost money on me. But game sells 1 million copies. They made money. I'm not counting all the publisher and stuff like that, but that's $60 million potentially. That's money. I feel like that's money. You don't got to keep me invested in the game unless you're pitching me monetization things. The issue is that everybody wants some form of live service in their brain. They say, oh, watch where the player count is in a month. No shit is going to be low in a month. Who's going to play a story game 100 times over? The Last of Us probably had a high concurrent player count when it was out for the first week and then dropped off dramatically. If that happened with a game such as Smash Brothers that has online, or Tekken, where the entire game is not based on the story but the online capacity, or Guilty Gear, where the whole game is an online fighting game, then you could be concerned. If it's a single player game, I don't care about the concurrent player count when it dips off. It doesn't matter. Bleach Rebirth of Souls just came out, and I've been loving the game deeply. It's one of my favorite games that I played in quite some time. If the player count drops because it doesn't have ranked right now, with the time, I don't know when rank's gonna come out ever, but right now it doesn't have ranked. If the player count drops because it doesn't have ranks, that should have added ranks. There's not the game's priority to keep me playing it when there are hundreds of thousands of other games. It is a single player experience that you don't have to enjoy 167,000 times over. Cyberpunk, you can do replays of that game, but it's not a thing. GTA Online is a game where I would care about the player count. Fortnite has no story, unless you really get into the lore behind each character and each character interaction. But if Fortnite player count dropped off deeply, I'd be concerned. Elden Ring is a game that has online PvP. I'd be concerned about that. Red Dead Online, I care about that. Helldivers 2, if that dropped off, I would be deeply concerned. Those games. But a single player story game, stop bringing up the concurrent player count dropping off. That's stupid. There's so much stupid drama about this game that makes no sense. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I think the people that bought the game the most are not even people that are far left, that care about Yasuke or non-binary options like that. I think the people that bought the game the most are the people on the right that deeply want to play the game or deeply want to complain about the game, but they need valid reason, so they play the game out of hate and obligation. That's what I did with Monster Hunter, not the new one, not new Monster Hunter, but back in the day, I played every single Monster Hunter just so I could have a valid opinion about how much I don't like the slow progression of the games. I love the new Monster Hunter because I'm stupid. Just gonna point that out. I love new Monster Hunter because my brain is dumb. I like instant gratification. That's how I operate. I do things in that way. That's why I operate as a human being. That's what I am. This Assassin's Creed drama is stupid. Anyways, let me know your opinions about the game down below. It's horrible to me, but I'm pretty sure some people deeply enjoy it. It's basically a 6, maybe a 6.5 out of game. Maybe that's the game how it is. That's what the game is. Anyways, bye.